Speaker that we have with us, and the next speaker that we have with us is again somebody who's joined in the field of industry. He's done a bachelor in physics, then went to IIT for engineering, and then I think the common theme is many of them have studied at Harvard. Then he went to Harvard Business School. He has been the executive director of the holding company of the Tata Group, that is Tata Sons. So all the things that you enjoy in the Tata IPL, all the things that you enjoy about the Tata Group, the holding company of that, he's been an executive director there. He's been the chairman of the board of directors for Castrol. He's been the chairman of Unilever Arabia. He's on numerous boards. He's the man who's advised everyone from Ratan Tata to people who are on this list and beyond. It gives me great pleasure to be able to welcome somebody who's authored 18 books. That's more than the books some of us have read. And he's somebody who's taken out time, flown down specifically for this. And the fact that I admire most about him is the fact that he believes in an inclusive, democratic, pluralistic idea of India. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please put your hands together for R Gopalakrishnan. Today's the wrong day to sleep. But sir, thank you once again for doing this. Let me start, sir, by asking you, sir, in a world of changing hobbies and passions, you've been in the corporate world for now 55 years, and you've held many distinguished positions across. You've stuck to one thing, whilst most of us grapple with deciding what to do in life. It's very difficult for us to stick to one thing, even for the likes of those who are millennials, and for most of my friends, I see them struggle with the fact that they need to pursue one thing forever. What is your advice to young people? Should you choose one thing, or is it okay to dabble in multiple things at the same time?
Well, first of all, thank you, Chairman. It's a great pleasure to be here. And you are contributing to my agenda, because my agenda is every year I must talk to 10,000 people face to face, young people. So today I can put up the meter or 500 log aage musme. And every year I try to talk to 100,000 people through my social media. So I thank you for having me here. मेरे पास और कोई काम नहीं, बच्चों के साथ बात करना ही मेरा काम है. Coming to your question, it's not this or that. It is this and that. You have to find what gives you pleasure. Because if you think of a job or starting a business or becoming a musician or whatever, it is not that you tried Hindustani music, Carnatic music, etc. It is what gives you fulfillment. And I think of this world as the sky. The sky has 8 billion slots of different shapes. And we are 8 billion human beings. All of us in this room, plus another so many billion. And we are all Brahman kar rahe hain. We are all ghum rahe hain wahan pe, trying to find a slot which fits our shape and size. So there is no right or wrong. I have not stuck to one job. I have changed 2 jobs. But I've stuck to one wife. And I'm not unhappy about it. If I have to, I'm not going to offer you advice. But you have to work hard at sticking with the thing that gives you fulfillment. And I think I've had my own journey of doubts. But then God has been kind. I'm not unhappy at my age. Have I answered your question? I cannot do only one thing. some of you will do. I did engineering, and I joined the computer department, but I was a bit ahead of my time in 1967. So after 5 years, my company said, "Would you like to go into marketing?" In those days, there was no IIM, so I switched to marketing. So one thing took me another way. घूम घूम के आते हैं. It looks like a straight line today after 55 years, but it's not a straight line.
So it's always a curve. It eventually becomes a straight line, is what you're saying. So it is okay for one to dabble in many things before finding your passion and your calling.
देखो भाई, we all live in Bombay, na? Everybody here. In the monsoon time, you get flies coming into your house. Anybody without a fly in his house in the monsoon time? Nobody. And how do you keep the fly away from disturbing you? You open your window in the morning, flies come and they go around. So we keep a fly swatter. In the same way, when we try to hit the fly with a straight line, you go quickly, the fly runs away. Life is like that. You go round and round a bit, and the fly does this. You know why the fly goes around in circles? It doesn't go in a straight line. If I want to go to Rishabh, I can turn my eyes, see you, and walk towards you. A fly can't do that. You know why? Anybody here studies biology? At least a few people at the back. And you might have studied this, otherwise tell your friends. A fly has 4,000 eyes. 4,000 itni si hai. Ye pura aankh hai, yahan bhi pura aankh hai. So each eye is looking somewhere else. So Rishabh is a very blurred person. तो वो घूम घूम के आपके पास आता है. Right? In physics, you can draw the spiral where the fly is able to get to you. And that's how life is also. Because we all have 2 eyes physically, but the mind is 4,000 eyes. हमको ये भी करना है, वो भी करना है, क्रिकेटर भी बनना है, भरतनाट्यम भी करना है. But then, at this age, it's wonderful, in my view, to experiment and try, especially if you're in a family where you're not required to work day after tomorrow. And find your own awqat. हर एक की अपनी अपनी औकात होती है. And you find your own awqat.
Very true. Very well said. One must find their own awqat. Right?